Can you run us through? I just think this is look. There's lots of unpacking that we could do with it, but I would love to find out more about the time that you were referred to as very similar to whom?
President Obama.
Oh, absolutely.
I think about that day a lot, actually.
Going once, going twice, sold. You're listening to the Property Pod.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Property Pod, your weekly engagement into real estate here in the Hobart Marketplace. I'm your host, Aaron Horn, and I am joined at the desk. John, you're on my side of the desk. What's going on over here, my friend?
Because you're the girls!
Holy moly, in an audio format that is going to break someone's eardrums.
I tried to turn away from the mic.
No, look, we're in the studio today and we are pumped up. We're excited. You might think the Commonwealth Games are the most exciting sporting thing that's going on in the world at the moment.
No.
But let me tell you something.
I don't even know they're on. I was too busy focused on last night's game.
Yes. So last night's game, deep down in the Valley of Love in New Norfolk, we have some superstars of the sporting arena joining us here on the podcast. So I'm going to throw to the other side of the desk. I have Taylese and Mikayla joining us from the team. Yeah, the girls, the co-captains, I believe. Is this correct?
That's correct.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, co-captains, hit us with all the dealios about who the girls are and what happened last night.
First of all, thanks for having us.
Not a problem. Welcome to the studio. Thank you for coming in.
We had a really busy morning with, people wanting to see us after last night's game, but we're happy we could be here.
Well, it took me at least 30 minutes to get, just to say hello, carving through all the crowd.
There was a lot going on this morning.
Bit of a lineup.
Yeah.
Yes, no, look, it was exciting. It didn't make front page news. I think they were covering the Commonwealth Games, but we're here to cover the really important sporting achievements of our 414 sponsored, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. What grade netball do we play?
Well, it's A grade because they're not in divisions, this roster at New Norfolk. So we are A grade.
We are A grade. We're not supposed to be,
Yeah.
but we are.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Totally understandable. So we are here celebrating a victory for the YTG. We'll have to find out more about why they're named that, but that'll all be fun. Give us a rundown, Mikayla, about kind of where the team started and how we got here into the studio.
So the team started with an idea with Taylese and I in the office one day, just, one of our 100 conversations through the day. We thought, let's put a netball team together. 200, 300.
Yeah, probably, yeah. We've both played before, but on separate teams.
Yeah, separate teams. So we thought we might make a team. It was a struggle to get a team. There was lots of Instagram posts, Facebook posts, harassing people.
People out.
Yep. So this is reaching out to the masses and saying, join our team.
Do you want to play on our team?
Sometimes some straight up bullying just works, doesn't it?
Well, that's what ended up happening. The team that we do have now, we bullied them into playing
Brilliant.
with us.
Yeah.
It worked well.
They love it. Yeah. So we somehow got a team. We've actually got 9 players, I think. 8 or 9. So we sometimes even we sometimes even have a sub.
Yeah,
so,
wowzers.
Yeah,
so for international listeners out there, netball has 7 players on the field at a time.
That's true. On the court.
On the court?
Yes.
Oh, yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Yes, and that's broken up into 3 zones.
That's correct.
And you're only allowed in specific zones.
That's true.
Man, I know my netball.
You do.
So international listeners of this Tasmanian podcast, just let it be known that's how netball's played.
Yep, that's correct.
So the 9 of you all come together weekly to play this sport in New Norfolk always, or is it played elsewhere?
Always at New Norfolk.
Always at New Norfolk.
Geelong Valley PCYC.
And can you now let everybody out there know about the 414, I guess the pilgrimage? I might throw to Taylese. Tell us about the pilgrimage of people that arrived last night wearing this merchandise.
Well, everyone thought that it was the finals. It was a little bit daunting for everyone, including our team and the other team. I feel really bad for them. But no, it was a huge effort. I love the tops and I cried when everyone walked in. I thought it was great. I did not stop myself from crying.
Was that crying in happiness or
a little bit of both?
Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh God! We have to play.
A little bit of both.
So just to let everybody in, there'd been no victories up until this point of the brand new.
We did have one.
Okay.
We had one victory, but that was because the other team forfeited.
A win's a win.
A win's a win.
Exactly. That's how we took it.
Just straight up intimidation.
But last night was our first win from actual effort.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that. Yes. Yeah. And so it was believed that it was. Let's get the team together and come along because this is our red hot chance to maybe take a big V.
So what happened is we'd watched a couple of games because we have to do scoring for the other teams and I got a bit confident and I thought, I think think we could maybe win
We're
when
on
we play
par.
this team. Yeah.
Yes.
So I thought, I'll send out an email to the whole office and just say, like, did you want to come along? And everyone took that really seriously. And
Yes.
there was a calendar invite sent out.
20 minutes after the original email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then everyone was coming. So I caught quite a bit of abuse from Taylese over it.
What have you done?
Yeah, I did. I was not happy about it.
Yeah.
It was a good night. It was a good night. I'm glad it happened now.
Yeah.
So the idea of personalised merchandise was never discussed previously to this.
We had no idea. And I like to be in on it everything, and they kept a good secret.
They ran a tight ship. Actually, yesterday when we went to pick up the shirts, Taylese came out into the bunker where they were, and I was running full distraction on, you finding out
Not
because
even notice.
See, you wouldn't. I would have.
No, you wouldn't. I
Yeah,
didn't.
lucky.
I had my,
Abby was in the little meeting space, and I was just kind of being like, look into my eyes, don't look anywhere but my eyes, because if you turn around, you're going to see your face on a T-shirt. And Abby's just like, and the door into that space is actually glass as well. So she went to close the door, and she's like,
This is
well, this isn't going to work.
That is so funny. I did notice her in there, but I didn't pay any attention to what she was actually doing on the
Yeah. So she was organising everybody's shirts and making. So you would have looked in and just been like, hey, is that me? What's going on here?
I didn't notice. I'm so glad I didn't.
Can confirm we definitely weren't expecting it.
No.
We thought maybe some streamers would be as far
Yes, because
as everyone would go.
Marty did ask what colour our tops were, and I said purple and white, and I half expected for him to turn up with pom-poms, but
We didn't expect personalised T-shirts.
Yeah, and look, I did try and get purple T-shirts or purple on the thing, but they ran out, so I went with an alternate
No, I
414
think
colour.
it looks good.
It pops. It makes your eyes, really shine.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
see, the most disappointing part for me was I did have a shirt, but it got given away. So then we had to do body paint instead.
Yeah.
oh, look, I think
So-
that was good.
So I was playing, and I was kind of close to where all the work people were sitting, and someone's like, Mikayla, and I looked over and Aaron Murray and John had their shirts ripped open with body paint down their chest. So it did distract
Biggest
me
fans.
for a second.
But then you got your head back.
Yeah, got my head back in the game.
yeah.
You know, I had goals to shoot.
Good thing.
100%. There's no giving up after that.
No.
Imagine if that was the breaking point where they were like, yeah, we really thought we were going to win. We thought we were on par. We felt like we were evenly matched, and then we just saw this bristling chest there
Right, like-
bursting out. It had an extra red tinge to it.
Absolutely. Freedom, that's what it is.
You can do whatever you want at New Norfolk.
Fit right in, it's fine.
Well, see, and maybe your other games, when you're everyone's tired, you're like, nah, stuff this. You're like, you couldn't give up because
Yeah.
the chest hair was coming out.
Yeah, it was
and
there.
Like, it was, and all the shirts and the fans were here. So
Yeah.
even in the last 5 minutes, you couldn't let up.
Nah.
Because it was close. Like, had a good run, like 10 goals out in front, then they caught right up again, even
Yeah.
Stevens. So
We
it was
were worried for
it was
it.
a
It
knife
kind
edge.
of had AFL Grand Final vibes.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Like-
it was a close game. It was good.
Yeah.
You were sitting on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, like, when you're in the last quarter and everyone's just gunning for their team to win, like, you've got all your mates there in your shed for grand final day. That's what it was like.
Yeah,
like,
And we did have a scare too. One of your team come up to you and just smack the back of her head on the court.
Britt did. She Fanny knocked herself out.
I thought she was concussed.
Yeah, she said she can't remember driving home last night.
really?
But she got back up for those last 2 minutes and she
thought
gave it a roll.
She thought she'd lost her teeth.
Yeah, so she was happy it was just her head.
Maybe as a sponsor, we should send her a cup or something.
Yeah.
Just some really obscure gifts, like, well done, son.
Look, they often say that, when you've got the home court advantage or you've got the crowd behind you, they can give you that extra lift to get you over the line. So, look, shout out to 15 plus partners. I think I got 15 shirts made. They were obviously all taken up. There was people without shirts. So,
Literally.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Literally.
Shirts were optional.
We may do.
Yeah.
But shout out to everyone that showed up and joined in for the girls. It's here it starts.
Yeah,
check out at YTG_netball on all your socials, and you might find Milfy94. She runs that page and she's all about it.
What gets me as well is that during the halftime entertainment where all the kids ran into the court,
Yeah.
you saw Renee and Colin from our office and their kids. Well, if you want a competitive family, they were beating the hell out of each other. They were just like straight into it because then even the kids were bumping their dad, and the dad was just like he was having a bar.
Elbows going everywhere.
Renee was offering quite a bit of coaching advice in
listen,
the.
She wanted in on
Yeah.
that. She
All I
wanted in on
could
that
hear from the
action.
sidelines was,
Yeah.
Taylese, do this.
Yeah, I told her, don't tell me what to do.
This is my team.
I'm the coach up
And I'll
here.
steer the ship.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very, very good. Look, we've spoken about it, all the fun and games. I thought we could cover off on some property. If you guys work very hard in the property management department, you guys have kind of come from other businesses and joined the 414 family, and it's great that you're here and obviously made a big splash in the time that you've been here with being able to garner. Pat was only saying before when he came in, he said, we can't get this many people to like a training session, but we can get them to midweek netball. So
You Norfolk of all places
Exactly.
at 7 o'clock.
So you've done all right. Can you guys maybe just tell us about kind of your journey into property management, how you because you've also worked in sales, have you?
I've done a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah. Can you give us a bit of your property journey over the course and talk us through it?
Of how I got here, absolutely. So I literally said I would never do property management in my whole life. That was the one thing I didn't want to do.
Okay.
So I started out in admin and then I went into sales as a PA.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what, I'm never doing rentals. Here I am. Love it.
So, yeah, how do you, like, obviously you've seen it from the outside and been like, oh, I don't want to, like, that looks hard, that looks horrible.
Yep.
And now I know one of your superpowers is kind of chasing arrears and following people up on that.
Yeah.
How do you kind of make that switch and be like, actually, I'm going to go to the place I said I'd never go. I'm going to the dark side.
I don't actually know how it happened, but I had my daughter Lila and then I was coming back off maternity leave and I thought, you know what, I want to do something different. I've just had a baby. I'm just going to mix it up a bit.
Yep.
Didn't really want to do weekend work back then and go back into sales because I had her. So I went into property management.
Yeah.
So I think I'm coming in 5 years now.
Isn't that crazy? What a crazy turn. It's the same with kind of me, like being a teacher and thinking like, oh, yeah, this is my future. I'm going to be a teacher for the rest of my life. Doing it for 3 or 4 years and then being like, oh, my goodness, I don't want to do this ever again in my life. This is horrible.
I just want to talk to netball girls on the podcast.
Exactly. Well, I get paid to do this.
Yeah, exactly.
They say come in here and come up with these crazy ideas, make shirts, do silly TikToks. It's like, how is this a real job?
Yeah.
I still think, I say this all the time, they're going to come in and tap me on the shoulder and be like, your job's not real. We got to let you go. And Taylese, I know that you previously worked in property management at other companies. How's your property journey kind of pan out? How did you find yourself into the world of being a property manager?
Oh gosh, well, my mum and my auntie have always worked in real estate, so that's sort of all I knew. And I think I've been doing it for 10 years now, and I'm tired. I'm tired.
It gets that way.
Yeah. If there's, I do use Mikayla. She's an asset to the team. So if we come up with a difficult owner or a difficult tenant, we throw Mikayla in there and say, listen, we've got this chick that works with us. She's great. We'll get her on the phone, and she sorts them out for us. So that's been huge relief.
Well, I tell you, like it's it sounds mean to say, but there's a lot of conflict in this business. Not all the conversations are pleasant. You do need those in the team that are prepared to, get dirty, for a lack of a better term.
Yeah.
And do you think that's always been, a tenacious spirit that you've always had, that you're comfortable in that space?
Yeah, I think I've probably learnt over my time in it that you've just got to have your own back and you've got to just trust what you need to do.
Yep. Yeah.
I had a tenant call me some choice words. I got told I'm not allowed to swear on the podcast, so I can't say what she called me, but it was a vibe. I've never been called anything like it. It was a lot of swear words in one. And one of the younger girls said to me, why aren't you crying? She just called you that. And I was like, honestly, the more years you're in it, you can't take it to heart. It is what it is. Like you're only doing your job.
Yep.
You could write a book.
Honestly, it'd be a bestseller.
It would be a bestseller.
Well, I think a lot of the time I say it's not property management, it's people management. That's what it is.
Sure.
Listen, netball, scrap that. We'll make a book. We'll write a book.
We could do that. Can we swear in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's like those Diaries of a Call Girl, or like the ones where you're like, I did this and I was a lady of the night. I was a lady. I wonder if there's anything out there like that. I guess there's those TikToks where people are like, the things you hear that aren't really about my job, and then they're pointing to all the
Diaries of a Property Manager.
Yeah. Look, John's got a book. A property-related book, yeah.
I do.
You put us in contact with your publisher?
100%.
Get some tips off you.
Yeah. Probably not a great idea. But
We've got to start somewhere.
Exactly. I did. And it ended up nowhere.
You have mentioned there, Mick, that you got called all names under the sun and you'd never been described that way. I know there's a property management story that you also have about being described as another human being, someone saying that you reminded them of a specific celebrity.
I did. Yeah.
Can you run us through? I just think this is look, there's lots of unpacking that we could do with it, but I would love to find out more about the time that you were referred to as very similar to whom?
President Obama.
Oh, absolutely.
I think about that day a lot, actually.
I've got a screenshot of Mikayla's head and then President Obama.
Yeah.
Maybe that's in the book too, where you've just got this poise. Look, the day I was mistaken for Obama.
I still don't know why or what happened, but it was not long after I started, I went to an inspection with Janaea, and there was this tenant, and as soon as I walked up to his front door, he said, "You remind me of President Obama." Oh, okay. And then it didn't go any further than that, and I was just in shock the whole inspection.
Oh, so there's no explanation.
None.
She didn't ask why.
I just
Talk about
couldn't.
the
I
composure you
just,
must have had in that moment.
Maybe it was just the aura or something
Maybe.
about you carried yourself in a way. Imagine if we did write the book and we got him to do the audio book.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Just imagine Obama just being like,
He
on this
probably
day, I then showed up at the house and this young man said, I look a lot like Mikayla.
I don't think that's what
And
President
it
Obama
was very good. She did a great job.
Yeah, that was a bit better. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what president I was channeling.
I liked it.
But it is a testament to you guys out there in the trenches because, there's times where you've been called every name under the sun and there's times where you've been called one of the greatest names under the sun.
Exactly.
Yeah, just swings and roundabouts, obviously.
Yeah. Weighs itself out. Like,
Pros and cons.
take the good with the bad.
Indeed.
Well, I know it's been a bit of a fun one for us today because in the end we really wanted to show off you guys, if we're honest.
Yeah.
And the good bit is
It's a bit of a plug for our
Thanks,
team.
guys.
Pat's away, so we can do whatever we
Yeah, I
want.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
Pat's out moving house, so I was just like, free studio. Like,
Hey, we've got big boy toys these days because remember we were only saying the other day if we had access to all this stuff right as we hit our teenage years, we probably wouldn't be able to have professional careers at all.
No.
yeah.
So it sort of worked in our favour that we didn't get access to these tools till much later.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are over it, and this is like a deep cut for anyone that's followed us for years, but we had like a jackass kind of crew in high school. So on the weekends, we'd go into town and knock over things. Like, do you remember the National Geographic shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like this like blow up penguin that used to sit at the front door. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think John maybe lost his virginity to that dressed in an Easter bunny suit.
That's
so there's
right.
video footage of me standing there filming John as he runs around. I think the catch cry at the end of it was like, "Mr. Roo, want some too?"
Yeah, because I mean there was two mascots out the front. You couldn't just leave them.
Yeah.
and then we went and fought in the pond.
Yeah, down Salamanca,
The wishing pond.
the wishing pond
Yeah,
thing,
okay.
that people sit around and smoke at when they're at like
Yeah.
Brick Factory. Yeah, one day we ran through there and John was yelling out, "No!" I was like, "Stay away from my sister." who works with us now. And I pushed him in the pond. It was the middle of winter. It was freezing. It was a ridiculous
big mistake.
idea.
Yeah. Because then we ran away. We're like, we didn't actually think about how we're going to dry these clothes. It was just
Just
So
in the
just
moment.
Walked around town with wet clothes for the morning. But so if YouTube was a thing back then, we'd be dude perfect now. Like we'd be. So you're lucky to be in the studio with us.
We are. Yeah. We thought you guys were lucky to have us in here.
I know.
That's the other
Well,
way
it's
around.
just a luck thing we've got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We've
I-
all got our own talent.
Yeah, and in,
Ours is netball.
Yeah, the office is just full of superstars.
Yeah, it is.
Really.
Yeah.
It sure is. But yes, thank you for bringing joy to the offices. Thank you for helping out and being such superstars in the offices with your day-to-day business. But then to be able to get everybody together for a fun event like last night, better than the Commonwealth Games. Absolutely loved it. And shout out to the girls at YTG _netball _ New Norfolk / Milfy94 if you want to reach out to anyone on there. Thank you to anybody who's stuck with the property pod this week. We might have to put a disclaimer, but yeah.
any new listeners after the people that I talked to last week at a investors conference, you maybe just go back to the previous episode and wait for the next one.
Skip this.
We should put that at the start, I reckon. When's the next game, by the way?
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
Yeah.
All right, next Monday. This one will go out this week. I'll make sure of it. We will get it out there and we'll see if the crowd can be just as boisterous next week to get victory number 3.
3. Yeah. 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
No problem. You have been listening to The Property Pod, recorded and edited by 414 Media House in conjunction with 414 Property Code.
This podcast is general information only, and the thoughts and views expressed is the opinion of our panel, and listeners should always seek and use their own investigation into any topic we discuss to ensure they fully understand their own situation.
It does not constitute and should not be relied on as purchasing, selling, financial or investment advice or recommendations, express or implied, and it should not be used as an invitation to take up any agent or investment services. No investment decision or activity should be undertaken on the basis of this information without first seeking qualified and professional advice.